experience, so I teach open yoga in Moscow. Website experience, yogaclass.com, free internet, yoga courses there, paid in-depth study of yoga. It means becoming a teacher with you. And we have a special lesson now. We are broadcasting this part of it and recording something in open access. And we are broadcasting via Telegram, so we are mastering all these wonderful technologies, since everything is changing. And I want to devote some time to this now in the sense that Telegram works very well for fast communications. Time has accelerated, and therefore, it is only through telegrams that you can establish fast connections, communicate with each other. And in general, all the processes, I see how they turn into telegrams. Of course, these are big risks. If, let's say, something happens to the telegram tomorrow, it means that it will turn off there. Or the creators will start to freak out. That is, the usual situation is like this: some kind of service appears. At first it works well, then something happens, and it may not work well, stop developing, or twist your arms. We don't know this, but now we can hold out on Telegram for some time, because I don't see any alternative to another one. So that it is both accessible and understandable, and again dynamically developing. And the policy of the service itself was relatively sane there. Therefore, I now see how the processes, if they used to go through websites, here we have our website, there are based on the Moodle system. Free internet yoga courses, the AI Temp University project, many other projects, plus just sites, plus there is a feedback forum, and so on. But this is how to say, her concentration of attention has shifted to Telegram plus YouTube. In other words, YouTube is to keep track of what other members of the community are doing with a feeling, with a sense, with an arrangement, first of all, and secondly, to promote yourself somehow, so that you can be seen, and you can see someone. YouTube works great here. He finds interested people through a system of recommendations, but he is very inconvenient for all processes, including training in open yoga, since everything is extremely dynamic with us, everything changes right on the fly. This is a well-known stress, first of all for curators, first of all for those who, well, organize it all, and for students too. But there is nowhere to go. And now it turns out that at the moment there is such a bundle, when there are telegrams, there are YouTube, there are websites. Training systems like learning management systems, this translates as a module. And there are just ordinary sites, and this is an integral part of the educational process. All the other social networks or some things, well, they don't seem to be needed at all. No, it's impossible to say. But they seem to be coming as soon as possible. In any case, this is the view we see now. Therefore, it is necessary to master these skills of using Telegram in the first place. And I'll just say for myself, I even know we have some resources, but I can't find them. More precisely, I can find them, but this is such a number of movements: go in, register, search, go from one link to another, and so on and so on. Yes, that is, everything works very, very badly. So everything works very quickly in Telegram. So, we made a special channel. It is called as follows, 100-digit 100. Then the point, all resources are open to yoga. So, and that's where they decided to collect all our resources, and, accordingly, links to them, whether it's courses, whether it's websites, whether it's other Telegram channels, or groups, whether it's YouTube or some things. Here, so that you go into one place and immediately search in one place. Not across the vast expanse of the internet, but in one place. Therefore, now we need this cult, so that any student, any teacher has this channel. And in general, I recommend the following way to do as I did myself, to fix it. The fact is that there is a Telegram in the free tariff, in my opinion, 3 or 5. 5, yes. It is clear that if you are completely immersed in Open Yoga, then these are the resources of Open Yoga that you should have fixed. Why? To find it very quickly, go to this list, and there you can all find the right group, the right person, the right resource, website, course, and so on. So, today I have secured in our friend, in this Telegram group, everyone who is with us in Open Yoga, in my opinion. What it is called, I don't remember, 101. Everyone who is with us in Open Yoga. Here I am inside already, as this message is fixed at the top, so that you can go in and immediately get to this list of all resources with one click and navigate further. This is the only real way to find something quickly in accelerating time. So, unfortunately, these statistics are sad, that it happens that a person can study for several years and not even know that we have some resources and not even know where to look for them. This is the payback for a rapidly changing world. That is, before, of course, everything was licked, there were all these lists, sites, you go in, everything is there with a feeling, with a sense, and then everything began to change, and it's not possible to clean all the tails. That is, this logical chain, how to notify everyone. That is, it turns out that, well, as if everything starts, it doesn't exactly disappear, but no one uses it. Here, in other words, look, there is such a philosophy, it is attracting attention. That some kind of attention is not enough for everything. You can't pay attention to all the YouTube channels there, and all the social networks, and all the sites, and all the courses, and so on. You just can't do it, you don't have time for it. Now, if you are watching something, it means that your consciousness, well, like any living being, yes, it is directed at this very thing. You can't watch 50,000 resources at the same time. And therefore, there is absolutely the fiercest competition, absolutely the fiercest, which kills everything that is devoid of consciousness. Now, if people's consciousness has moved from some person, resource, yoga school, store, I don't know, commercial company, or even more, you can take a swing at some government there, and so on. People just stop being interested. That's it, it's starting to die. You know, this is such a very strange thing. It is described superbly in the Yoga of Consciousness. In particular, Shri Shankaracharya described it all in medieval India. Methods of consciousness. Consciousness directed, everything blooms. Consciousness pulled out, everything died. You understand, right? Goddess Sri is believed to be looking at our world, that is, directing her consciousness. As soon as she blinks, so it's called Frola I, and in yoga, that is, dissolution. So the whole world is going to hell, you know, right? That is, therefore, we need a resource that would always be in your pocket, accessible with one click. And that would allow you to find all the other resources. Of course, in the future, it will be some kind of artificial intelligence, like Perplexite. Now I see that everything is going to that, but that's in the future, yes. Now let's live today. Today is Telegram. So, accordingly, there must be some kind of Telegram structure, a policy, and a wise decision on how to do everything there. So, the first thing is that each group, should have a list of resources absolutely necessary for the group, which all the resources of Open Yoga should present in this Telegram channel. If you go in now, you'll see there that I've slowly started making this list of all our groups. Well, I certainly started with Guy 324, which is now, well, because here. And then, as we gain experience, we will add all the other groups. So this is what has emerged now. Well, you need to come up with a minimalistic, clear, fast design, with such clear names, the names of everything. And most importantly, here is the logic here that the telegram of a group in an open yoga, a yoga group I mean. That is, a group of an open yoga group, a yoga group, should start with a number. Free, yes, just 3 digits, so that you can see right away. If you have 3 digits, then this is open yoga. So that you don't accidentally delete some resource there or search for a long time, because in order to quickly find something, when you look at it, you immediately rush into I's digit. While you are reading there, time is running out, and here is a figure. Well, accordingly, there is a well-known logic where these numbers begin, then it belongs to that. So we decided that all of our yoga groups, well, in the sense of a group, like Aruna, Atma, and so on, there are student groups. I mean, should start with the 9th, then the year of the beginning of training, then the names of the group. There, say, Gaia 324. Here, and then the transcript. What is this group of telegrams? These are students together with curators, or they are curators separately, because we do it this way. We have separate curators who lead groups. They have their own group, yes, in the telegram, but there is everything mixed. Here, that is, there should be at least 2 such sources, 2 such telegram groups. Not to mention that if the group is large, then there are still subgroups, but so far I'm not swinging at it right now. We should at least have groups, right? Then each group, yoga group, should have its own YouTube channel, where they should post everything in the most open form. Well, how should I say, right? Everyone should spread out in order to acquire this skill of being open, and in every possible way contribute to the openness of all students. So, there should also be a link to the classroom. But since our classrooms change every 6 months, yes, then no, there is a simpler solution. There is no need to change. You just started with these Mudlove courses. How is it there? There are all classrooms. They are inside the classroom category. If you make an address of this category, then as from year to year, there will simply be added within the category. That is, well, immediately, here. That's what I counted on. I counted at least at the moment there should be 5. Yes, or how much does it mean, category, YouTube, so, well, 4. Yes, 4. Here's what else to add for each group directly. It depends already on each group, what they use there. Maybe some other social networks are actively used by everyone there. Let's say fans of TikTok, and do it means for the group. This very TikTok, and post it there. This is an open question. But these are the 4 main ones, they should be there, and again, it is necessary that at first glance you understand by name where you are. Here are flowery names about nothing, or such short names like curators of undergraduates. What kind of curators? What highways? What does this relate to at all? Is it related to yoga? What is this all about? Yes. In other words, it should be a minimalistic name, because, well, as if the reverse side of using Telegram resources is that I have 200 of these channels now. There are 300 people, 50,000 groups there. You see, yes, it's personal, and not personal, and so on and so forth. Of course, it's just not possible to track it, because it's all in one place, as it were. Well, there's nowhere to go, because the phone is always in your pocket. I have just moved in here to you, as they say in the subway, and have done a lot of work through telegrams. I sent something to someone, did something to someone there, and so on. Yes, well, there is clearly no time for everything. Yes, sometimes you miss some things there, but the fact is that it would have been so if a few years ago. I had to come there somewhere to sit down at a computer with a feeling, with a sense, with an arrangement to do. My productivity was several times less than before. Now with the telegram, with the phone, with mobility, productivity has increased there. I don't know. I'm even afraid to say how many times. Well, twice for sure. You see, yes, that is, I do twice as much in the same time as I did, say, 3 years ago. Well, that's why, unfortunately, the minds of our people are very inert. I see how hard it is to get all this, so we need some explanatory things for all curators, students. Because Telegram itself has recently appeared, so if so in a good way, yes. So there should be some kind of methodology, yes. I want to say right away, the methodology is in the direction of efficiency, because they immediately begin to tell me, oh, phew, how ugly. You start with a number, it's so not aesthetically pleasing. Fuck aesthetics. Every second counts for me. If I don't find what I need in this second, my consciousness simply won't appreciate this aesthetic, and it will die. Do you understand what the problem is? Yes. Here I have problems actually with these. We have, well, how can I say, well, we are used to the old way that everything should be beautifully called there. There with all these here. And here, on the contrary, it is necessary to be minimally short, minimally unambiguous, so that quickly, in a split second, I found, did the job, everyone is happy. Yes. That's why now we don't think about aesthetics, we think about efficiency. And I ask, here are the curators of all groups, please start renaming your groups in this way, so go to our Telegram channel again. This one is all the resources of Open Yoga. Look, there are already, in my opinion, 4 groups, so slowly we have implemented. Here.
Rename it.
Everything needs to be renamed? Well, the thing is that not everything has, how to say, coordinates. Here. Then it's the same situation with YouTube groups. Well, it's easier with classrooms. I know where to look for them, let's say, and you know, yes, that is, we are not at a pace right now, but again, we are also at a pace. Where to look for them there. And then I went into the Telegram channel. Yes, then, when you enter the Telegram channel, use the search. There's a magnifying glass there, right? You click and here you need, let's say, some Shakti group there. Yes, you directly write Yoga Shakti group, he tweets to you once. Immediately throws it out. Or you need some kind of Steam Yoga. Yes, that's where to look for information on Steam Yoga. She rides on the site. Again, go to this Telegram channel, type Steam Yoga. Right now, this is the fastest way to communicate and attract consciousness, so that it is in one place. So that people know what is going on in general. Well, and some kind of this is some kind of show process. I honestly can't see any other way, but I don't see a realistic one. And everything else is slow. Everything else is slow, everything. Mail in general, someone enters it there. Someone does not enter it at all. All other social networks are extremely inconvenient. Sites, once again, very inconvenient. It's there while you go in, register, you'll remember the password there, yes. Well, that's why the phone, Telegram, means 100 resource, dot, means 100, all the resources of Open Yoga. That's all there. Go in there, please, go in there all, so that I'm sure you know where it is. Come in.
I have a hard one.
Yes, yes. Artem, do you know where to go? What is the goal?
In a telegram or something.
Yes, it means now.
I know the resources.
Yes, all resources. Do you know such a resource? I have one. You have it. Do you know, yes, how to use it? Yes, everything is fine. So please, in the senior group, drop all links to all telegrams of a group of students. And telegrams of a group of curators and students, well, in the sense of curators and students, right. Here, and I ask you, add an account here so that I can change it, because the name can still change several times, because we changed it here. Looked at it. Well, it works unsuccessfully. In other words, here we will have to grope for the correct name and the correct sequence by the method of error testing. That's it. This is the case so far. You see, you can't do it here for general reasons. Here you do, you look. Yeah, it's visible on the phone, it's not visible. No matter what a good consideration, if your long name is not visible on the phone, or it is not clear, then that's it. It does not work. Therefore, while here we are using the method of energy, we are groping what needs to be done.
Curators.
Yes, add me to everything.
And add the U's too.
That's all we have, add me. Why? So that I would at least know, and then, well, how can I tell you, systematize all the resources in this list, because now, well, I have to do the first steps myself. Yes, I can't entrust anyone, because I don't know what to do myself. Yes, well, that's the usual situation, you know. First, here's how it is with broadcasts. At first, I'm learning how to make live broadcasts, vertical YouTube broadcasts, on my own skin, and only then I implement it, which means among students. Why? I know if I entrust someone, this someone, as a rule, without understanding anything at all, well, it will go there and distort it. Right. And here you have to do it yourself. Look, any organization now in the present era should be flat. Flat. Do you know what a flat is? Flat, right. In other words, look, this was a typical bureaucratic organization. This is a pyramid. There's a boss sitting at the top, under him, under bosses, under him, under bosses, and so on, and so on, and so on. And it means that if there are more than 3 of these structures, problems are already beginning. If there are 4 or 5 of them there, it's a collapse, just a complete collapse of the system. So therefore, the situation should be flat. That is, roughly speaking, from the boss to the most ordinary employee. In fact, there should be one step. That's how it is in a good way. Here, but unfortunately, we have, you know, a little bit of brains to entrust to someone. Here is a job that no one but the boss will ever do. It is pointless to entrust him. In general, of course, the rule is as follows. If you can't do something, don't do it. That is, take a subordinate, hire, pay, ask there, and so on, so that someone does. Why? Because you have to follow the whole process as a whole. What's the point that you're picking at the details there, and your mechanism doesn't work? Here. But there are critical points. When something is done for the first time, or when something is incomprehensible in some way. Well, these are the points, You can't re-verify there. It is absolutely impossible to re-verify. In addition, there is an effect, the effect of the presence of the boss. So, if you are the boss, that's what there is not in open yoga. This is the legacy of Soviet swagger. Here I am fighting him with terrible force, but nothing happens. So, this is when a person, let's say, a teacher of a group teaches students, but has never bothered to read a single Karma Raja yoga report to the students he teaches. That is, he is into abstraction, into emptiness. He does not know his own. So it means from the reverse side. Therefore, if, as they say, the boss is not interested in subordinates from time to time, that's it, it's a gap, it's a failure. Yes, that is why there is such a flat structure, well, how to say hierarchy. It is the only viable one at a time when everything is changing rapidly. Here, I agree, if you have over 100, if you have, for example, or if there is no progress there at all, but regression. And it means that you are gradually returning there to the primitive communal system. There are skins, clubs, and so on. There may be another strategy on the contrary, that the higher the pyramid, the better everything works. Yes. Here. But damn, that's bullshit. Please note, you are not asked if you want or don't want progress. Just a new phone and that's it. And they forgot about computers. You know, yes, that there are several times more phones on planet Earth than computers. And we are used to the old-fashioned way that everyone has computers there. Yes, in some countries, a computer is like a car, you understand, but the poorest one has a phone there. Therefore, it is necessary to rebuild once. And what is this? This is progress. He doesn't ask, he just came and that's it. And who did not adjust to progress, that's it, went under the knife. And there's nothing to be done here, do you understand? And this is our salvation, because if there was no progress, everything would be, we would all be fucked, the end. And so we have at least some chance to survive, so you see, here we are moving. So once again, please, now add it to me so that I make all these groups then. Well, we will rename it correctly. Start renaming it yourself. Here's an example of how it's all done now. There's logic there, too. Once again, first a number so that it quickly catches the eye, then the name of the group, then an explanation of what it is. Are they students or are they curators? Well, where students are implied, there are of course curators, yes, curators and students. But where the curators are, there are clearly no students there. Here. Then, the same YouTube channel of the group, you remember, yes, where everything is laid out. Here. And of course, another such thing is the feedback forum. It's on our free online yoga courses. It's like a Hava forum. If you don't go to it to read it, you will get depressed very quickly, because the whole world is sucking the strength out of you. If you don't feed off, as they say, the positivity from the feedback forum, you will unwittingly pick up negativity from the surrounding universe, and you will get worse, 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 and worse. Therefore, there is such a rule, to start the day with a feedback forum. First you went to the feedback forum, read, wrote, only then you are already going somewhere there. Somewhere there you are going. For one simple reason, this is your, so to speak, such mental hygiene or information hygiene. Otherwise, you will not have time to understand how you will begin to slide. Yes, that is, right there yourself. Do not neglect. This is really the kind of thing that won't even replace telegrams. More precisely, we have a corresponding channel in the Telegram there, which is this bot, that tries to duplicate all the messages of the forum. That is, something appears on the forum, and it goes there. But it's not very convenient to watch it all, read it on the forum, and everything is much, much more fun. So great. It was I who made such a touching speech.